The Claudia Sanders Dinner House, formerly known as the Colonel's Lady. The mansion that is on that property next to the restaurant was actually Uncle Harley and Claudia's home. The restaurant was made for Uncle Harley's second wife, Claudia Price, who was Claudia Sanders, and it was formerly known as the Colonel's Lady. In the 1970s, the parent company of Kentucky Fried Chicken that bought it from Brown and Massey sued Colonel Sanders. The parent company name was Huelblind. They were an alcohol beverage company, and they filed a lawsuit against Uncle Harley for using the name The Colonel's in the restaurant. Accused him of using his own recipe in the restaurant, and the lawsuit started. He filed a counter lawsuit against the brand saying that they made items he didn't approve of. He was on the board of directors of Food and Quality Control, and for misuse of his name and image and changing his recipe. Now, Huelblind decided to settle that lawsuit with Uncle Harley and pay him $1 million, but in return in that settlement, he had to sell the restaurant and change its name. They changed it to the Claudia Sanders Dinner House, and they sold it to family friends of theirs, the Settles family, who also worked for Kentucky Fried Chicken at the time. And they own the restaurant today still, and they're selling it today. The chicken seasoning they use is 99X. It's a recipe that Uncle Harley had made for his wife's restaurant, and it was based off the flavor of the original recipe. It's not the original recipe, but it was based off of it. It's a variant, if you want to call it that. And they have a modified version of it that they use for that restaurant specifically called Chicken Seasoning Plus. And what's funny about this is, yes, you could go and get it cooked in the pressure cooker, get it cooked the way Uncle Harley intended for it to, because that was the whole point of the mom and pop shop he made, was to continue serving the food the way that he saw fit to the public. You could go and get that experience there, or you could go to MarionK.com and buy the seasoning yourself and cook it at home. That seasoning is not exclusive to that restaurant, and there's huge rumors saying that they serve the original recipe and one of the only restaurants in the world to serve it still. Inaccurate, they serve a recipe Uncle Harley approved of called 99X, which they call Claudia's Magic Flavor in the restaurant. I covered this in a long series of KFC lore, a long series of the KFC recipe information, and even debunking recipes that have been leaked. I have videos on this channel that span 11 years, and 3 of those 11 years are covering my family history and the recipe, to clear rumors up and misinformation up and confusion up. And I'm always learning more about it, and when I do learn more, I add more to that playlist. If I have something wrong, I'll correct myself in those playlists. So please check those out.